Everyone, how are you doing today? My name is Karina and welcome back to my channel. Today I am so excited to present for you guys my July update for Project Polish. A little spoiler here for you guys, no empties, but I'm still gonna roll stuff in because some stuff is getting so close. And I still want a little bit of some summer vibes, which you may be able to tell by the nails because that's new, so let's hide those for a little bit. But being very mindful that starting with the next update, it's going to start bringing in the fall because fall up here in Saskatchewan is very short, right? So end of October, early November, we're into fall. So we're keeping that timeline in mind, but of course, we're making really good progress. We've got one nail wheel completely filled up. We are making good progress on that. And of course, as of the last update as well, I had gone onto the second nail wheel. So we have much to discuss. We'll talk about uses. We'll see the progress. We'll see all of the fun kind of manicures I did, and we'll get on to all of that. So if you enjoy Project Polish, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next update. And without further ado, let's dive into it. Now, July was a good month. Again, no empties, but there was a week when I was out of town traveling. So there was a manicure that I wore. Usually I do my manicure every day, pedicure about once a week. But the manicure while traveling, I did most of that trip. And then I did a manicure there as well that wasn't Project Polish. And you'll see that one on the Ready Set Pan Instagram. Because a lot of what I have here is multiple coater type things, like 3 to 4 coats, needs toppers, all of that. So I wasn't going to mess around with that with traveling, so that did affect the progress a little bit, but I'm still very pleased with where I got to. Starting on this nail wheel, of course, that started way back over here, and we've worked through quite a lot of them already. Again, this is a year of small bottles in particular, or things that have dents on them. So the first polish we're going to talk about today is this topper right in here. This is a little mini from Essie A Cut Above, so gorgeous little topper here. I did have a goal that I wanted to use this at least once a week, but I only managed to do 3 uses. Now, I did go pretty heavy on those 3 uses, so you guys can see that progress. This is where I was last month, and that is where I'm at right now. So really good jump down. We're getting really close to the bottom of this guy. You will have seen these manicures as well on the Ready Set Pan Instagram, which is new from the last update if you haven't been seeing my other videos. So if you want some sneak peeks, including a polish that I considered rolling in but opted not to, make sure you go subscribe, check that out, because that should be up for you guys shortly. But what I did for manicures with this one, probably my favorite, was this one here. This is the Revlon Hypnotic. You can see my nice little line right up here. Really loved how that particular manicure turned out. Still a very summery, gorgeous, pretty, and I got to play with some purple. We had a bit of a colder day in the summer, so I opted to bring in this one that's also from Essie, of course, a full size. This one is in Midnight Cami. Kind of a dark navy blue. There is supposed to be some kind of shimmery stuff in there, but doesn't really translate onto the nail. And I got lots of navy blues, so I'm going to have to prioritize some of these probably starting next year. But this one, again, it was decent, and for that day, it was still a little bit dark, but whatever. And the last one was also with Essie. This one is in Merino Cool. You can see I'm much lower down in this bottle, so I've got a good dent on this one. And not bad, kind of a nice little neutral with a bit of a pop on that. So only 3 manicures, so didn't quite meet my goal on it, but that is okay. I still got some use on it, and now that I'm not traveling, hopefully we can up that a little bit more. Rebel by Reese. This is in the shade This Color Shouldn't Be Legal. This is kind of my darker option right now, and because it is still very much in the height of summer, not getting a ton of use, but still some, because this is a small bottle, just from here to here. That is a total of 3 uses between these 2 lines, and at least one of those was a pedicure. And then that brings me to a total of, since here, 9 uses in the project. So half what I did the previous month. But again, this is going to be more a priority for me in September. But I did want to have a little bit of a deeper option to kind of switch things up with. So Not as much progress on that one, but that's okay. And that's what it looks like on the nail wheel. You can't really tell on camera, but there is like a pink shimmery goodness in there as well. Next up on the color wheel, and the last spot on this color wheel, is this pink one right in here. This is from Kozmic Colors, and we are into the polishes that were brand new last update. Kozmic Colors does require 3-4 coats. It does take a lot on there. This polish, you can see there's a ton of progress. It was full last month, and I've gotten it down to here. If you've been caught up with Project Polish, this is getting really close to where I got to with the previous one, because again, once it becomes too much work, I'm not going to get, you know, there's not a lot that comes out. I don't know how many more uses I'll get out of this. So if I had that extra week, it could have been done, but that's okay. So we'll see. I may only get like one more use. We'll find out. I used this 11 times. I do believe at least 2 of those uses were pedicures. And I think I kind of get away with 2 coats on the pedicure, but manicures very solidly 3-4 coats, absolutely. So this one getting really, really close to at least where I'll be calling it done. I did do some toppers with this one. So those of you who are watching my other projects, it's Pen and Cats and Dogs. Now I've rolled in this topper from Pacifica in a rainbow gloss. This is rolled in for 10 uses. So I'm getting a lot of use. So we started with the pink, and it was okay. I think I prefer this pink on its own just because it does have some of that shimmery stuff going on in there. I also did this guy, which you've seen a lot. This is in my Plan to Pan. This one's from the Color Institute. I can never remember that one. It doesn't have a name. I just call it Silver Holo for lack of a better word. And that one, kind of pretty. Kind of gave off some Barbie vibes a little bit. So I did get a compliment on that manicure, which was very exciting. I don't get a lot of manicure compliments, but we did that combo as well. Next up on the color wheel, we pulled that guy in. It is a bluey, green, greeny, blue, whatever you want to call it. It is also from Kozmic Colors, and it started full last time as well. As you guys can see, very similar progress to the pink. So just for the comparison, the pink is a little bit lower, but we're getting down there. Little bit less use on this one, only 9 uses on this one, and I think only one of those uses was as a pedicure, because I wasn't as big on this one on the toes. Got some topper combinations I do really enjoy with this one, so I'll be doing some more of them again, and again, we'll see how far I'm able to push this line down. In terms of topper combinations, obviously, I did this Silver Holo. That one was pretty decent. Again, I get a lot of use out of this one anytime because it's getting close to the bottom once again. Rainbow gloss, I did this one as well because again, this is in for 10 uses, so I wanted to get that rolled. Pretty good, but I did prefer the next topper, and you've seen this one plenty of times by this point, the C&D Glitter Sneakers. This was my favorite of this Kozmic greeny blue, bluey green. So I'll probably do this one again. So 9 uses total, making really good progress. Also new last month was this guy here. You can see it does dry a little bit more on the matte side on the wheel, which is not my personal favorite. So it does, for me, require toppers in addition to requiring 3 coats. So this is also from the Plan to Pan for this year. This is coming to us from Sally Hansen. Full size 15 milliliter bottle. So I know there's not a lot of them this year. Stay tuned for next year. There's going to be more as large sizes ones. But because this is one of those nudes and it does require so many coats, we're still actually making pretty good progress. This is the progress officially. Now, last month, this top mark was a little bit low. It actually took me 2 uses to get the mark, or like the line down to the mark. And then I used it a little bit more after that. So just keep that in mind so the progress doesn't look as big as it technically was. I only did 5 uses from just a little bit above this line to down here. It's still a fairly wide point of the bottle, though not the widest. But again, it does require 3 coats just to get that nice solid color. Sometimes I would use kind of like a clear top coat, just because I don't personally like matte nails on myself. I think they look gorgeous on other people, but I just don't like it on me. So it actually makes me use a top coat. But a combo I really liked, bringing back that rainbow gloss once again. So that on top of, I didn't even tell you what this was, Freesia Fancy from Sally Hansen. Sorry, apologies. This was gorgeous. And this was the manicure I wore for about half of that traveling era. So about 3-4 days with a top coat on top of it to help it linger a little bit longer. But really enjoyed that combo. And that's probably going to be how I finish off most of this topper, because I do have just a couple uses left in its panning cats and dogs. So some good progress on this guy. Again, I'm not in a big rush because, you know, a nude is universal. It goes any time of the year, but should definitely be able to get it done by the end of the project based on the progress I was able to make. All right, that is everything in terms of what I had in as of last time. And although I didn't finish anything, these three, right, you guys can see they are getting really close to the bottom. And of course, this purple is going to be more September color for me. So although I have these two colors, it's not really enough. So I am actually going to add in 3 new colors. So these are the new 3 I am going to add in. So we're going to work through our way down this color wheel, talk about my intentions, all of that good stuff. And the first 2 that you guys are seeing here, these are going to be familiar to you guys if you are caught up on my plan to pan for nail polish for 2023. And if you haven't seen it yet, I did do a 6-month check-in reflection on how I'm doing so far with my progress and the goals. So that is up. Make sure you check that out if you're interested. But of course, that is affecting what I'm rolling in, plus what I'm going to be rolling in for most of the rest of the year. But we are going to start with this very fall looking color. It does translate a little bit darker, a little deeper than it does in the bottle, at least for me. This is a little mini from Essie in the shade Mrs. Always Right. So yeah, it does seem just at least a little bit darker, but oh well. The reason why I'm rolling this one in, I do want to have a pink at all times in the project because I have a lot of it. And obviously this one is getting very close to done and should be done for the next update. It's going to be one of the goals. So I want to make sure I have pink in, but because, you know, we're end of July now, we've got August left, which is summery. But again, it's that struggle, right? Being very aware of, we've got 1 month left of summer, and then I want something that I can do fall, winter, and this was in the project. So I kind of want to boost those numbers. That's why we got this particular shade of pink. So for August, I'm not sure how much use I will get on it because this does read a little bit more fall to me. However, with toppers, I may be able to pull it a little bit more on the summery side. So we will see, but this is Mrs. Always Right. Beside it is a topper, and oh my goodness, guys, this looks gorgeous on the nail wheel. This is the prettiest I've ever seen this topper, and you've seen it a ton. And that's because that topper is from the Color Institute, also from the Plan to Pan, and this was pretty much full at the beginning of the year. We are down to this line here, but again, like you can see it's kind of on that thicker side, a little bit of glary, so it's kind of thick. And to get product out, what I have to do is do some of this scraping here like that. Pull it out. Yeah, so there's product. And I just don't know how many more uses I'm going to get out of this. So hopefully this will be done soon. Again, so pretty on the nail swatch wheel. And you've seen this a ton already, but it's just going to get it into the project, get it done, and we can move on and get another bottle out of the collection. And the last polish, which is what is on my nails currently, last month I told you guys I was kind of thinking I was going to be missing blue because last update I had finished this one in Jet Setter. And then this one, of course, little Kozmic colors here, it comes across a little bit more greeny kind of color than blue. So I wanted a blue. And originally I picked out a blue that I thought would translate really well summer, fall, and winter. But when I put it on my nails, it really just translated as winter to me. So stay tuned. That's going to be up on the Ready Set Pan Instagram soon, so you can at least see what that was. So what I opted for is this one, which is actually a polish I've hauled in the last couple months, and that is Sinful Colors. This is my first experience with Sinful Colors. I have purchased several of their bottles, which is kind of silly to do before you try a formula, but it's okay because I like it. This is a favorite of Pretty Pistol 86, of some Call Me Cocoa. This is in Endless Blue. Gorgeous. You can see it on the nails right now. In my mind, this is summer, but also I think it can work in winter. And again, as I talked about earlier, winter comes quickly here. So although I don't think it's really going to get much use in fall, but that's okay because I'm going to have other things that'll be more of a fall priority for me, I wanted to roll this in. Now, full disclosure here, this is a 15 milliliter bottle. So this is a full-size bottle. And unlike the Sally Hansen one from earlier, like, this has no dent. Like, this is the very first use. I've got it currently on as my manicure and my pedicure. So we have 2 uses on this bottle. And you can't see anything so far because it's only 2 uses. I have no intention of completely panning this to completion this year. I simply wanted to have a blue that I thought could do a couple different seasons. I wanted to try the formula because if I don't like it, I don't want to keep buying polishes from them that I'm not going to end up using. And it's just, I think it will work really well with toppers, right? So like, so I can play, I can get more use out of the toppers because I have 2 in this project now. I've got lots of others, and toppers take a really long time. So not going to pan it. The goal for this project is simply to get a good dent on this guy. So this is going to be the last one joining the project for now. So kind of hard to see on the color wheels here. So we've got these 5, plus we've got this topper, this purple, and this pink. Is kind of a lot of polishes going on, but again, 2 of these are toppers, and a lot of them are close to getting done. So let's take a moment, let's talk about the goals for the next update, and probably not going to be that surprising for you, I'm just going to talk about them collectively, are these 4. I want to finish all of them, because again, there is not much polish left in here. The toppers, well, at least this topper might take the most work for it, this one, because you use so much. I think the nail swatch picture has like 2.5 kind of coats on that one. And these Kozmic colors, I don't know how many uses I'm actually going to get. So once I have these 4 done, that's really going to give me more opportunity to work on probably these 2 as the next kind of priority. And then again, still have some of those colorful summer options while we still have a full month of summer left. But still be able to next month have a bunch of these knocked out, but then be able to bring in more of the fall colors and really keep going on getting those numbers goals from my plan to pan nail polish for this year. But with all that said and done, that is going to bring us to the end of this project polish update. Thank you so much for joining me for the video today. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video very soon. Have a wonderful day.